My name is Riona and I am based in Teagasc in Moore Park. I'm a veterinary surgeon down there, and what I work on is actually infectious diseases. Now a lot of my work up to now has been in dairy herds, but I'm moving a lot more into beef and suckler herds and dry stock farming. So essentially a lot of the concepts that we've learned for dairy farms are very particular as well to beef and suckler herds. And David has outlined earlier a lot of the targets that you want to do to reach in terms of fertility and breeding. And what I'm going to do is concentrate on infectious diseases and just show the impact that they can also have on fertility, infertility in beef and suckler herds, and just to show what you might be able to do in terms of a herd health plan to improve that. Now I just have some of the diseases here that can impact on fertility. So we've BVD, which we obviously have a national eradication scheme for. We've IBR, leptospirosis and liver fluke. Now you can see in the case of liver fluke and leptospirosis, we have very, very high prevalences of these diseases, so control measures across most herds in the country are really needed. And really all you need to do is decide what is the likelihood of a disease occurring inside your herd. And if you decide that that likelihood is really, really high, and if you also decide that the impact of that disease is very, very high, if it does come into your farm, that it is going to cost you money, well then you really need to start thinking about putting some sort of a health plan together. Now, if you are putting in a health plan, number one, you need to prioritise it. There's no point in trying to deal with all these diseases together at the same time. It makes things very confusing and you'll ultimately fail. The other thing that's really important, you need to have a combined approach. And the combined approach I'm talking about, you need biosecurity, some sort of a vaccination and dosing program, and very, very importantly and very underutilised, some version of continuous monitoring and testing to see what diseases you have in the farm first day and what you need to control for. So again, you really need these three combined approach all together. And then for BVD, I've combined these three things here. Number one, the most important thing, you call your PIs, you have some sort of biosecurity to make sure BVD cannot come onto the farm again, and you vaccinate. IBR, testing and vaccination, extremely important, and they are the first step. After that, you can call carriers and involve in biosecurity. Lepto, really, you want to vaccinate. Vaccinate, vaccinate, vaccinate for leptospirosis. And finally, for liver fluke, test to see the risk that your farm is at. You want a dosing program that is going to be effective for the amount of liver fluke that you have on the farm. Try and minimise access of your animals to snails. And finally, biosecurity, again, make sure you do not buy the problem in if you do not have it.